Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. Today we're jumping into the festival playlist and grabbing 80% completion for the spring season for Series 25. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing, and let's jump into this week's festival playlist. Before we jump into this week's festival playlist, I want to give a quick shout out to our first member here on the channel, Moors128mm. Enjoy the badge next to your name and enjoy the emotes. Now then, let's jump into this week's festival playlist and the spring season. We're going to be grabbing a 50 and 80% completion, unlocking a brand new car to Forza Horizon 4, the HSV GTSR, and that Porsche 356 SL. Now we are already sitting at 38% complete, having completed the weekly FORZA challenges already. This is worth 15% towards your spring season. There is a video on the channel on how to get this done, and there's a link in description below. We have 2 daily challenges complete already. They're worth 1% each towards your spring season. And we have monthly rivals worth 6%, just 1 clean lap. Doesn't need to be good, doesn't need to be fast, just needs to be clean. And we have ranked online adventure or Series 25 complete as well. This is worth 15% towards your spring season. To complete ranked online adventure or Series 25, hop on over to your pause menu, slide on over to the online adventure tab, and ranked online adventure or Series 25 is at the bottom in the middle. If this happens to be locked, play through some quick play adventure, reach tier 3, and ranked online adventure will become unlocked. Once inside this tab, pick a category and stick with it. Complete your required amount of qualifying adventures for that category, and ranked online adventure or Series 25 will become complete. Now, with all that being said, we need to grab 80% completion. So we're going to be completing the 3 seasonal championships, the 3 PR stunts, this week's showcase remix, Computer Blues, and we'll be kicking things off with this week's photo challenge, Not Garden Variety. So for this week's photo challenge, we need to take a photo of any cult car at Mortimer Gardens. This week's photo challenge location is just north of Derwent Water in the top left-hand corner of the map in Mortimer Gardens. Once you are at the location for this week's photo challenge, you're going to need any cult car. I'm going to go for the Myers Manx. So now that we have the car and the location, hit up on the D-pad to access photo mode, get car and location in frame, tap RB, and that'll be photo challenge completed. Photo contains any cult car. Photo is taken within the Mortimer Gardens. 2 rewards, 1 super wheel spin, and 1,000 influence. So for this week's photo challenge, Not Garden Variety completed. That is worth 3% towards your spring season. Let's move on to this week's showcase remix, Computer Blues. And by beating the Flying Scotsman to the finish line using the Porsche Macan Turbo, that's this week's showcase remix, Computer Blues completed. That is worth 6% towards your spring season. Now let's move on to the best part of any festival playlist, the 3 PR stunts. We'll start with Bamburgh Castle Danger Sign. Bamburgh Castle Danger Sign is located, well, at Bamburgh Castle, and we're looking for a seasonal objective of 715.2 feet. For this week's danger sign, you need a combination of good acceleration, speed, and lightness. I'm using the 2014 BAC Mono running 775 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 160,000 credits. If you'd like to use the tunes of any of the cars shown in today's video, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or the file name Skippy YouTube. Here we go then, the Bamburgh Castle danger sign, probably the harder of the 3 PR stunts this week. Tucking myself up right against the castle wall just next to this bush. We're going to absolutely rip it towards the danger sign. We're looking for about 130 to 140. Going off the ramp, getting to 3rd gear, keep the throttle planted. 138 off the ramp. Come on, little BAC Mono. 722.37 feet. And seasonal objective completed. So with the Bamburgh Castle danger sign now complete, that is worth 6% towards your spring season, bringing us up to 53% completion, unlocking a Lamborghini Diavolo GTR and a brand new car to Forza Horizon 4, the HSV GTSR. So let's move on to our second PR stunt, Princes Street Speed Trap. This week's Speed Trap is located smack bang in the middle of Edinburgh, and we're looking for a seasonal objective of 237 miles an hour. For this week's speed trap, we're using the 2011 Bugatti Veyron Supersport running 1,467 horsepower, four-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 2.2 million credits. Here we go then in the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, taking a nice long run up all the way back from the roundabout, as much speed as we can. Trying to lift off the power up into 6th gear. Come on, Veyron. Give me all you've got. Through the camera, 238.16, 3 stars, and seasonal objective completed. Now with our second PR stunt of the festival players completed, Princess Street Speed Trap, that is worth 6% towards your spring season. Now let's move on to our third and final PR stunt, Oldweir Speed Zone. Oldweir Speed Zone is located just to the left of the Mudkickers Adventure Park, and we're looking for a seasonal objective of 154 miles an hour. For this week's Speed Zone, we're using the 2018 McLaren Senna, the Forza Horizon 4 cover car, running 999 horsepower, four-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 1 million credits. Here we go then in the McLaren Senna, 154 miles an hour. Nice big run up. The higher the entry speed, the better for speed zones. Of course, the McLaren with its massive downforce, it should have no trouble getting this done. We're cruising at 163 average speed. There we go, through the camera, 161.96, 3 stars, and seasonal objective completed. With the McLaren Senna making easy work of the third and final PR stunt, Oldweir, that is worth 6% towards your spring season. Just the 3 seasonal championships to go. I'll go ahead and get these done, and I'll meet you back here with what I used and what they entail. And with all 3 seasonal championships now complete, they are worth 6% each, so 18% towards your spring season, bringing us up to 83% completion, unlocking the Lotus Elise 05 and the Porsche 356 SL. Let's go ahead and take a look at all 3 seasonal championships in a bit more detail. So the first seasonal championship of the spring season and the festival playlist, Greatest Hits. We're in the Road Racing Series over 3 events, 2 sprint and 1 circuit, 13.8 miles in length. We're in Classic Races Class A 800 for a tasty reward of the Porsche 906. For this seasonal championship, I used the 1968 Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, running 330 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 10 million credits. The second seasonal championship of the festival playlist and the spring season, GT Phone Home. We're in the Street Scene Series over 3 sprint events, 12.1 miles in length. We're in Super GTs Class S1 900 for a tasty reward of the Alien Morph Suit. For this cheeky championship, I broke out the 2015 Mercedes AMG GTS purely because it sounds fantastic. We're running 801 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 157,000 credits. The third and final seasonal championship for the spring season and this week's festival playlist, Truck Be a Lady. We're in the Cross Country Series over 3 events, 2 sprint and 1 circuit, 14.2 miles in length. Now, unfortunately, we are in Trucks Class B 700, but has a tasty reward of the Iron Knight. For this championship, I took the only truck available, the 2015 Mercedes-Benz Tank Pool 24 racing truck, running 1,080 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and can be picked up at the auto show for 500,000 credits. So there it is, 83% completion of the final festival playlist for Series 25 and the spring season. We completed this week's photo challenge, this week's weekly FORZA-thon challenges. We completed 2 daily challenges, this week's Showcase Remix Computer Blues, the 3 PR stunts, 3 seasonal championships, monthly rivals, and ranked online adventure. If you have any questions about this week's festival playlist and the spring season, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out, or someone here on the channel will. And if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing, because we do this every single week. We'll be playing through the brand new festival playlist and Series 26 when it drops next Thursday. But as always, thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and have an awesome day.